You know that moment when everything is supposed to be about you, but somehow it becomes about everyone else? That was my 18th birthday, the night I realized I was never part of their perfect world, just the shadow standing behind it. And the shadow was about to strike back. Scene 1. The party that wasn't mine. I remember the smell of frosting, the faint glow of candles, and the sound of my own heart pounding in my ears. It was my day. 18. I had waited for this moment all my life, quietly hoping my family would finally look at me and see someone worth celebrating. But as I stood there, the room felt different, tense, expectant, but not for me. My sister, Claire, stood up and clinked her glass. "I have an announcement," she said, smiling like the world revolved around her. And maybe in our house it did. "Ryan proposed," she beamed. "I'm getting married." The room erupted into cheers. My parents leapt from their seats to hug her. Even my cousins screamed, phones out, capturing every second. And me. I stood frozen, cake knife trembling in my hand. Not a single person looked at me. Not a single person said, "Happy birthday." They had forgotten me. Scene 2. The breaking point. I slipped out quietly, leaving the cake untouched, the candles still burning. No one noticed. I sat in the dark of my room, staring at the cheap plastic Happy 18 banner I had hung up myself. That was the moment something inside me cracked. All my life, I had tried to earn their love. Perfect grades, quiet obedience, invisible sacrifices. But to them, I was never the golden child. I was the background, the afterthought, the shadow. That night, I made a decision. If they couldn't see me, I would make sure they could never forget me. While they celebrated wedding plans and champagne brunches, I disappeared into my own world. I got 2 part-time jobs, took night classes, lived on instant noodles and sheer willpower. I stopped trying to sit at their table and started building my own. They called me cold, selfish, distant. They didn't know I was sharpening my edges in silence. They didn't see the fire they had lit. Scene 4. The rise. Years passed. They barely noticed my absence until it was too late. I earned my degree, then another, launched my own small business, then sold it for more than they made in a decade. Every sneer, every dismissal they ever gave me, became fuel. While their picture-perfect family image began to crack under its own weight, I rose higher. They fought over money. My sister's marriage fell apart. My parents grew bitter, grasping for the control they once had. And me. I became everything they said I couldn't be. Independent, respected, powerful. Scene 5. The strike back. Then came the day I had waited for. The family business, my father's pride, was crumbling. Years of mismanagement and ego had hollowed it out. Investors were fleeing. I walked into the boardroom, silent and composed. They all stared, confused, until the papers hit the table. I was the buyer. The shadow they had erased was now the owner. The look on their faces, shock, fear, disbelief, was better than any birthday candle wish I could have made. My father stammered. You can't do this." I smiled. "I already did." Scene 6. Aftermath. They begged, pleaded, tried to remind me I was family. But family doesn't forget your birthday. Family doesn't erase you. I didn't scream. I didn't gloat. I simply stood, collected my keys, and walked out, leaving them in the ruins of their perfect world. Final reflection. I used to think being invisible was the worst thing that could happen, but it was the best gift they ever gave me, because while they were busy ignoring me, I was becoming unstoppable. They erased me from their story, So I became the ending they never saw coming. If this story hit you right in the heart, hit that like button. Subscribe to hear more real stories of revenge, resilience, and justice. Because sometimes, the shadows strike back harder than anyone expects. And this shadow is just getting started.